All right. Hey everyone, just had to fix my audio quick. How's it going, folks? So, I have a little Q&A that I was going to do yesterday today due to some unforeseen circumstances. So we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to repeat some of the Patreon questions we had yesterday. We actually have one new one just to get through them and get it in a full recording for our patrons. This Q&A will be available to all of our patrons after the fact at patreon.com/Nintendo Prime. It will not be live on the channel. So here we go. Let me actually see if I can make this work the way I want it to and show you guys the questions off Patreon again. There we go. All right. So first up, we have a question from Edward Norton who says, what do you expect or want when the Nintendo Online service is up? I don't want the Nintendo Online service because I don't want to pay for it. I wish they would separate out the retro games thing and charge a separate service fee for that, kind of like Xbox Game Pass, and then leave online multiplayer free. Otherwise, beyond that, I don't really expect a whole lot. I don't expect suddenly to see voice chat support for ARMS and Mario Kart in the online app, because I think Nintendo's basically dropped the ball with the online app. Even though I hated the idea from the very beginning, I still don't think they ever really did anything with that online app to make it seem like Nintendo themselves was very serious about it, if we're being honest. So, yeah, I don't expect anything. Because it's Nintendo. Nintendo always seems to bungle their online. I think their online right now is fine as is, for free anyways. I want lots of services. I want, I want to see them, lift up the veil and allow Netflix and YouTube and all those things to come on there. I want, I want to see universal chat systems in place so I can message my friends. That would be really, really nice. Or create lobbies with my friends. How about localized voice chat on the system? How about achievements? There's like a zillion things out there I could want. We're not going to get any of it, so I don't know. Edward Norton then also says, have you played Game Night at the Inventory on Steam or Amateur Surgeon on iOS, and would you like that type of game to be on Switch? I've never played Game Night or Amateur Surgeon. However, I did look up Amateur Surgeon on my phone. It looks to be very similar to, I think, Trauma Team was the name of it. There was a game on Wii or Wii U, I can't remember, where you were cleaning up wounds and fixing broken bones and stuff like that. I mean, sure, why not? It's a neat, fun concept of a game. So why not? I don't see an issue with having a game like that on Switch. I don't have an issue with mobile phone games being on Switch. Like, none of it really bothers me. The more options, the better. Sure. Neil Willis then said, I don't think I've ever asked you what's your favorite Pokemon. Charizard. Charizard's my favorite Pokemon. Been my favorite Pokemon since I was a kid. No other Pokemon has topped him yet. And I'm not talking about Mega Charizard, just Charizard, period. The OG Charizard. Neil Willis then says, is there a game series you would like to see make a comeback on Switch? Example, Golden Sun, Advance Wars, Wario Land, etc. All of the above. F-Zero, let's bring back Kid Icarus. Let's bring back the Earthbound series. Let's bring back Wave Race. Let's bring back everything. Like, Nintendo has so many, like, such a large stable of IP under their title that they own. Bring back 1080 snowboarding. Like forget Steep. Let's get another 1080 game. Like, there's so many different ways that Nintendo could bring back all these games. The question is, do they want to? Do they have they have the resources, or they can afford the resources? But do they want to bring them back? We've heard that F-Zero's not coming back till they can do something original with it. Why? Mario Kart's been around this whole time. You don't have to do original things. You just have to create more of the same that's better. Keep advancing with new tracks and new vehicles, and if you can come up with new ideas for Mario Kart, you can come up with new ideas for F-Zero. I don't know. I want to see all those series make a comeback. How about a Harvest Moon? Stardew Valley's excellent. Why not bring back Harvest Moon? I know that's not Nintendo, I don't think, but still. Yeah, like every game that's ever existed, bring it on Switch, if I had my way. Thank you so much, Neil, for that question. B. Righteous says, have I gotten past everyone's Chapter 1s in Octopath Traveler? No. In fact, I don't think I've played Octopath Traveler since our last live stream of it. Not because I don't want to, but because I've been busy. Been very, very busy. I haven't played any games in probably the longest period of time in a while. I think it's been 3 days. I haven't played any games. It's just been a long, hectic week. We actually have a guest at our house right now with their daughters. So like now there's 4 kids in the house instead of 3, and it's just wild and crazy. Cooking and cleaning and entertaining and blah, blah, blah. I did get to play volleyball yesterday though for my first time in like a month. That was fun. I'm not 100. I found out quickly I'm not 100% in terms of my body, even though I kind of knew that going in. But I moved better than I thought I could. So I was happy that I could play some volleyball this week and had a good time doing that. But yeah, haven't completed everyone's chapter 1s. I don't even have a 4th character in my party yet. So I'm up to 3 characters. Nick S. says, if you and Eric were characters in Octopath Traveler, what would your path actions be and what kind of physical/magical attacks would you use in battle? I can't speak for Eric, and I don't think Eric's played Octopath Traveler yet. I don't know why. I don't think he's really in. I don't remember growing up him being into these kind of games. But my path action would be follow. I talked about this before in the stream that kind of got canceled. Just because my kids don't always follow directions, so having them follow me would be nice, especially in parking lots. So follow. In terms of what kind of path action or what kind of physical magical attacks, I basically want everything Ophelia does. The healing, I've always enjoyed playing healers. It's kind of an acquired taste to enjoy playing a healer. In World of Warcraft, my main character in World of Warcraft is a priest because I enjoy healing. Not everyone enjoys healing. It's a very small percentage of people that do, but I enjoy it. So the ability to heal wounds, having those holy light attacks if I need them, etc. I really like that kind of stuff. I know some people probably choose Hayneth for the hunter skills, or maybe Olberich because you just want that brute strength. A whole bunch of stuff you could choose. Matt, you want you want to be a thief. There's a whole lot of cool things. But that's what I would choose personally if I had those abilities in real life. All right. Also, just so everyone knows, when you have a question for me, yes? Yep. What? Buddy, I'm working. What things? What? So have Mom make them for you. Well, she said no, then I'm not making them. Dad's working. No. No. Kids, man. Mom says no, so he comes ask me. Isn't that what kids always do, right? Mom says no, so he comes and asks me. I'm sorry if you hear him crying through the door. It's the way he gets. Sorry, Anyways, all right. I used to try that all the time, right? One parent says no, go ask the other parent. All right, let me get to your questions. Be sure, if you have questions, you ask them, you ping my name in the chat. I'll try to get to the questions if my name's not pinged at Nintendo Prime. You can either do it with the space or without the space. Either way, it will highlight me. I'll make sure I also have Twitch chat up here. Carlos MT1020 is watching over Twitch, says, hello, Mr. Prime Nate. Prime Nate. Almost sounds like Primate. All right, let me go up here in the chat a little bit. Make sure everything's good. Okay, everything's green. Okay, I thought for a second maybe things weren't working right. All right. All right. So Nick Figures, Luke Wombo Combo, Gabriel Della Pena, Mr. Safari, Bulbasaur, Dynamic Kirby. Welcome, everyone. Dynamic Kirby, hold on. I have to scroll up on a different chat because it's being blocked. It says, what's the most random idea for a gamer concept you can think of off the top of your head? Mine is a teddy bear basketball in space with a mustache. I'd play it. Random idea for a gamer concept you could... I don't have random ideas, man. There's a reason I'm not a video game developer. I don't have these ideas. But, I mean, I guess something like a... No, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry. The only ideas I have aren't random. They're ones that I'm saving. So yeah, I don't have anything for you. Luke Wombo Combo, who do you want most in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? And who am I most hyped for? Who do I want most in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? I mean, it's the obvious that we're never going to get because it's just not going to happen because Nintendo's not even going to bother to ask. And that is, drum roll please, Banjo and Kazooie. We're never going to get them. It's never going to happen. Not because Microsoft won't let it happen, but because Nintendo's not even going to contact Microsoft to work it out. So that's what I want. It's not going to happen. So, yeah. I'm going to keep touting that until maybe we get a hint at it. And as for who I'm most hyped for, probably in terms of new characters, because like returning characters, like it's hard to be like, oh man, I'm so hyped to play these characters I've already played before. I mean, I'm interested to play more of Breath of the Wild Link, which I got to play because they did tweak him. But really, I'm probably most interested in the Inklings. One thing I regret when I played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at E3 is I never played as the Inklings. Why didn't I play as them? Because I was playing on the competitive side. So I was trying to play characters I knew, hoping to win so I could get some free swag. Instead, I should have been playing Ridley and the Inklings. So I'm really interested in the Inklings. They play very, very different from what Eric told me compared to any other character in the game. They're just a very, very different type of character. And I can't wait to explore that, get used to that, and see what happens. Let's see. Monster JJ says, early stream, I'm not opposed. How's it going, man? It's going all right. I'm doing all right. I'm alive. That's what matters. I am alive. Let's see here. Ryan Lisa's up in here. Welcome. Super Paul, welcome. He says, when the online service comes out, will I be able to save data to the cloud, upgrade to a larger SD card, and then re-download it? The thing is, Super Paul, is the cloud is only for backing up your save data, right? So you can upgrade your SD card already. Your save data is not on your SD card. Your save data is on your local storage on your Switch. So you can upgrade right now. That's got nothing to do with your save data. The micro SD cards do not store any sort of save data. They only store the game data. So you can already upgrade. You don't need to wait. And thank you so much to TC, looks like TC Force 128. Hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for subscribing. So yeah, you can do that right now. You don't have to wait for the clouds. All the cloud is there for is backing up your saves. So if something happens to your Switch and it doesn't turn on one day, you can buy a new Switch and re-download your saves to that Switch. That's basically what cloud backups is for. It's got nothing to do with the actual game data. You can just go get a new micro SD card and re-download all your games. I do it all the time. I've upgraded from a 32 gigabyte card to a 64 to a 128 to a 200, and my next upgrade is going to be a 400. So I've had to re-download my games several different times. Like, your save data is not located on the SD cards, so it doesn't matter. Let's see here. GU King of Heart is up in here. He says, how many hours do you put into a game? I learned that you buy so many, but how do you have the time for them all? Have games you buy and never play. Why do you buy games you don't play? I don't buy games I don't play. Well, that's not true. I did play it though. I've played every single game on my Switch has been loaded up and played multiple times. In terms of games that maybe I haven't loaded up again, I've loaded up the hamster, Henry the hamster wheel or the hamster whatever like twice. One was just to try it out. The second time was to record. I haven't opened it up since because it's not a very good game. Well, I don't want to say it's just not my kind of game. Right? It's definitely a mobile phone style game, which is fine. I have no issue with that. It's just the type of puzzle elements in it are so simplistic. It feels more like a game meant for my kids more so than me. So I'm just not that entertained by it. So I don't, I haven't opened that one again. But how many hours do I put into a game? That varies greatly game to game. There's some games I'll put 5 to 10 hours in. There's other games I'll put 100 plus hours in. I don't know if I've hit 200 plus on any of my games yet, but yeah. As I said, it varies so greatly game to game. And how do I have time for them all? Well, basically, when it's a game like when Odyssey came out, I basically just played the hell out of Odyssey till I was done, and I finished that in a couple weeks. I've played a little bit since then. but not, you know, I don't have this big desire in me to load up Mario Odyssey and play it. I've already beaten it. I've done some of the post-game content. I'm content. I don't really feel this urge to keep playing Super Mario Odyssey. Breath of the Wild's that one that I'm just kind of trickling along because I rushed through and beat it, or beat a whole bunch of the stuff in normal mode, and then I stopped playing and waited for all the DLC and stuff to come out. Now I'm slowly playing because I want to get a 100% file. But it's not, again, like Odyssey, it's not one of those games where I'm like, I need to load that up and play that right this second. Like, no, I'm good. I can wait. It's okay. And then you have other games like Splatoon 2, which you just accrue hours over time. Through live streams, through me just wanting to randomly play, me playing with my kids, same with Mario Kart, stuff like that. But then you also have games like ARMS or Labo or, Sonic Mania, stuff like that, where I'll load them up, a handful of times and enjoy my times and spend a few hours with them, and I'm good. So, hey, we had $1.99 through a super chat from Dynamic Kirby. Why, thank you so much. He says, just want to show my support. Love the content. I greatly appreciate it, and you also just did a little bit of damage to our current stream boss, Mark Greenberg. So thanks for the attack on him. And thank you so much for your support, man. I love it. I appreciate it. So, yeah, it really varies game to game. Some games don't need a lot of hours put into them. Some games need a lot of hours put into them. And it also depends on how much I enjoy the games, too. Like, Octopath Traveler, you could just put 4 hours in and be done. But if you love it, you're probably going to put, at least 15, 20, 30, or more hours. So it really varies game to game. But what helps me is I am a person that plays to satisfaction. So I played Odyssey to satisfaction. Now I'm kind of done. I played Breath of the Wild to satisfaction. I'm done beyond me wanting to 100% the game. And I only do that through live streams. And you guys know I don't live stream Breath of the Wild that often. So it's going to be a long process. It's going to take many, many years. So that's the thing. I'm not a person that replays games a lot. So it's basically I play till I'm fully satisfied, which usually requires I at least beat the main story once, and then I'm good. Other games do kind of get neglected. I always say, yeah, I got 48 games on my Switch, but I have a back catalog of games that I need to get through. Sonic Mania being one of them. I'm not as far into Sonic Mania as I wish I was. So there's all these games that I want to go back to as well, and I eventually do. That's why, like, when people say, oh, a quiet first 6 months of the year, it's like, yeah, it was quiet, but do you know how many games I have to get through still? Like, and then there's games like Tropical Freeze, that I own Tropical Freeze on Switch, but I don't need to play through Tropical Freeze because I've already beaten the game, so I just played enough of it with Funky Kong that I felt satisfied. It was more of I bought it for collector's reasons more so than needing to finish it because I've beaten Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze like 4 times. I don't need to do it again. I did that on Wii U. So thank you, Shadow MP252 for subscribing. So yeah, and how do I find time? It's just that's what Switch does. It provides time. My kids are watching a movie upstairs. Why not play my Switch while they're watching a movie? If I'm on an airplane like I was when I went to E3, or when I'm in a bus, or any sort of road trip that I'm not driving. When I'm going to the bathroom, when I'm laying in bed, and I'm not going to sleep yet. Like, there's a lot of ways to get in some playtime. I know I don't do it all the time. As I said, I haven't played Switch. I haven't played any video games really in 3 days because I've been spending a lot of time with my fiance and my kids. But I'll get back into it probably later today. I do have to record the podcast and do some work stuff today, but I'm sure somewhere in there I'm going to sneak an hour or so of gameplay in, probably of Octopath, because I want to continue my journey in that. Super Paul says, when an online service comes out, will I be able to save data to the cloud? Oh, I already read that one. Galaxy Chan, welcome, says RSS. What? Humanopoly. Welcome to the stream. Mr. Pepperami, welcome to the stream. Luke Wombo Combo, welcome to the stream. Wario Land is already coming back, confirmed by Nintendo Japan. Nice. Dynamic Kirby wants to know, have I heard of the Rune Factory series? Yes, I have. It's really underrated. It's Harvest Moon, so Stardew Valley mixes Zelda. Yes, I have heard of it. I haven't played it, but I've seen gameplay videos of it. It looks very interesting. I'll say that. Let me see here. Bulbasaur, Mario Fan 04 is here. Corin Flakes is here. Welcome. He says, I just came, but who's my biggest influence on YouTube? Hey, Namaha over on Twitch. I see you, man. My biggest influence on YouTube, I probably take the most inspiration from Philip DeFranco. And that might seem weird because I don't currently have a show that's like Philip DeFranco. I kind of want to turn Prime News into a more Philip DeFranco style show where it's kind of like, here's the news with a very tiny tidbit of opinion, but then I throw it to you guys and you guys just talk about it. And then I save my more opinionated stuff for my standalone news videos. Like if I do a standalone news video on the update on Japanese sales, I want to do that video because I have a lot to say. Whereas if I just mention those sales in a Prime News, I'm just mentioning the sales. I'm not really going to dive too deep into what I think about it. But I just like his honesty, his approachability to everything. Even when it's very clear he might have his own bias on the topic, he tries very, very hard to not let that bias seep into the actual reporting. And so I take a lot of inspiration from what he does. He's not the only one, though. There's a zillion YouTubers out there that I take inspiration from. Game Explained, Switch Force, Player Essence, Spawnwave, RGT85, Dreamcast Guy, blah blah blah, even beat 'em ups and stuff like that. Like there's a bunch of them, but I'll always say Philip DeFranco has been my largest inspiration. Even a little bit of Boogie 2988. There's some things I get inspired from by him. But yeah, it's mostly Philip DeFranco is like clearly above everyone else for who influences me as a YouTuber. We had a $5 Australian, I believe that currency that is, super chat from Thark. Thank you so much. And he said, do you know much about mail forwarding services so we can get games easier from Amazon? Also, thanks for your great work on the channel. Well, thanks, man. Do I know much about mail forwarding services so we can get games easier from? No, I do not. I don't know a whole lot about mail forwarding. I'm sorry. I know importing games can be a complete chore and very expensive at times, but yeah, I'm not an expert on mail forwarding. That was something I would have to do some research on. And I'm in the middle of a stream, so I'm not going to do that research right now. Let me see here. I'm just scrolling down here. Mario Fan 04 says, Nintendo Prime, have I played Nintendogs? Yeah, there was 2 of them, I think. I mean, I know there's multiple versions of it, but like there was like 2 generations of Nintendogs. I played them both. Very cute games. I don't know that I play them necessarily so much today unless I was reviewing it. But my kids would really like it. My kids would like it a lot. So, yeah, Nintendogs is a nice game. I like that game. That was a very cool idea they did with the DS back in the day. Just like Brain Age. Like, just some really neat ideas. So, Horatio Bonano, welcome to our stream. Sweet Life of Dio Brando's here as well. Welcome, Mr. Safari. Ostrich and Jin. Hey, MP, quick question. How old am I? How old do I look? How old do you think I am? When people only hear my voice in the voiceover gameplays, they usually think I'm a lot younger than I am. Sorry, I was trying to find a hat. I didn't do up my hair today because I wasn't sure I was going to be live streaming, and I was going to wear a hat if I was going to be on camera, but how old do you think I am? A lot of people in chat will already know how old I am, but it's always interesting to see what people, what old people think I am. Caleb Walker says 32. The very first guess nails it. I am 32 years old. 32. I just turned 32, like a month ago. Oh, wait, not a month ago. Sorry, 2 weeks ago. I turned 32 2 weeks ago. 55. That is way off. But yeah, 32. A lot of people, when they do my voiceover gameplay that never see me on camera, they're like, oh, man, he must be like 21, 22, maybe 25. Nope. I'm glad I have a youthful voice, I guess, as they say. I'd rather sound younger than I am. Although I think I'd rather look younger than I am. Anyways, let me scroll down here. Rune Factory 4 was fun. Dude, Rune Factory was great. Man, I think I just missed a bunch of questions. Hold on, there we go. Raynick wants to know, what's my favorite Disney movie and why? Disney movie? Whew. There's so many great ones. I'm probably going to stick with Aladdin. Aladdin's been my favorite for a while. Just the original Aladdin movie. I love the music in it. I love the setting. I love the story about, you know, like this no-name kid that is just trying to survive, living off the street, becoming like this important character, and you know, wooing a princess, and just overcoming all these obstacles in his life. And obviously, you know, the genie and Carpet and all that are great, and Robin Williams did a great job as the genie, and it's just it's always been one of my favorite movies, and it probably will still remain probably my favorite Disney movie. And that's tough because there are so many good Disney movies, so many of them. Chelsea donated looks like $5 Canadian money. Thank you so much for watching over there in Canada. Didn't attach anything with that, but thank you so much for your $5 super chat. Awesome. Let's see here. You also did an attack on Mark Greenberg. You had a couple $5 attacks there. Nice. Let's see here. What do I think of the recent direct rumors? It says Spiesbort zapping fiend through. I don't think they're true, but I want them to be. That pretty much sums up my thoughts. Horatio Bano says, what's the best game you think will be included in the online service of Nintendo? Well, every single Nintendo game is going to be in the online service. So whatever is your favorite multiplayer game at the time that Nintendo service launches, there you go. Unless you mean best of the NES games. But again, that's going to come down to what NES games do you like out of the 20 that are going to be there. Let's see here. Your favorite movie is The Lion King. The Lion King's a very good one, too. I love The Lion King. Mario Final 4 says, have I played Paper Mario Color Splash? I've played it. I don't own it, but I have played it. I didn't mind it. I actually thought it was pretty decent. I know a lot of people want to get back to, like, Thousand Year Door style, but it's not going to happen. Go with the Craig just followed us over on Twitter. Thank you so much for following on Twitter. Or on Twitter. Twitch. See? They both start with TW. Give me a break. Sweet Life of Dio Brando says, are you getting Tales of Vesperia Remastered? Not planning on it. I don't know a lot about the game. I know it's a Tales of game, obviously. But I have no... The only Tales of game I've ever enjoyed was Tales of Symphonia. I've never enjoyed any of the other ones. So I have no reason to pick up a different one that's being remastered when I know last time I tried it, I really didn't enjoy it. If that makes sense. Luke Wambakamba says, who are you most hyped for in Ultimate, and which character do you want most? I feel like I already answered that, so... Brandon Renshaw says, have you seen Sakurai's newest interview about E3 reactions? If so, do you agree with his comment about how leaks ruin their surprise and make the reveal less exciting? I can't decide. No. From his side of things, I get it. His side of things is he wants to surprise people, and when people are surprised, it makes him happy. We know very well that Sakurai hates spoilers. He hates them with a passion. It's not that he hates leaks, he just hates spoilers in general. And he feels that leaks equate to spoilers to him, so he just hates it. Hates it. It's why we haven't had a single-player story mode in Smash in forever, because he was so mad that people were live streaming it, let alone that things leaked. So, yeah, it's... I understand where he's coming from a developer standpoint. Personally, I don't care. You could tell me the entire roster of Smash Bros. Before Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was even unveiled, and I would still be just as happy watching that reveal than as I was when I was a surprise. It doesn't make any difference to me. I don't mind spoilers, and it's not just because I report on them. I just don't mind them. They don't really bother me. Unless it's story related, these kind of spoilers are not a big deal to me. New characters in Smash Bros. I understand is like this big deal, but I don't really view it as that big a deal. I don't really get like all into the we must unveil this character and get super hyped because Cloud's gonna be in the game now. It's like cool, Cloud's gonna be in the game. That's all I feel. Like I don't get like super hyped. You know, like Etika was freaking out when Ice Climbers got announced. It's like I expected Ice Climbers because the only reason we didn't have them last time was because of the 3DS version. So like it's I don't know. I mean, I was surprised to see every single character, but I'm not going to play like half of them, so it doesn't really matter to me. You know, I don't really get excited like some people do about these character reveals and all that stuff. So that's just me. It doesn't bother me. I could know all of it, and I'd still be the same excitement level as I was not knowing. NSY189, welcome to the stream, says, do you do Octopath playthrough? Sorry for your English. That's okay. I know not everyone who watches are native English speakers. I do play Octopath. Yes, I streamed it. I'll probably do another stream with it eventually here, especially if I end up not getting back to it today. While doing a live stream gives me an excuse to set some time aside to play games and play Octopath in particular. So I might do another Octopath stream. We'll see. Octopath is a very hard game to stream because you can't play it without spoiling people. And that's fine for the most part. If you're going to tune into an Octopath stream, I think you expect to be spoiled. But it also means, because it's so text heavy, so story driven, it's a very hard game, I think, for people to just watch in a live stream, especially when they want me to react to them and I have to like really focus in on the story and get into the game. So maybe I won't stream it again. I know the last stream went well, but I think it's because the term giveaway was in the title more so than Octopath. But yeah, let me see here. Over on Twitch, Go with the Craig, welcome. He says, for the fans, it's great when stuff leaks. For developers, it's annoying. Yeah, it's kind of a give and take. Some fans totally love the surprise too. I just don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. You could leak me the entire next Nintendo Direct for the entire next 8 Nintendo Directs. I can know everything in it. It doesn't replace actually seeing it, right? Like, it'd be different if the leaks were literally the Direct itself. But if it's just what's going to be in the Direct, that doesn't bother me. I got to see it. Until I see it, it's not that I don't believe it, but until I see it, I don't know how hyped I should be. I don't get hyped just because, oh my gosh, they're bringing back Battletoads. Oh my gosh, they're bringing back this. They're bringing I'm not going to get excited about it. Yes, I know Battletoads is coming back. But I'm not going to get excited about this stuff until I see it. Because just telling me a game exists doesn't mean the game's going to be good or appeal to me. So I already answered who's my biggest influencer as a YouTuber. Let me see here. Horatio Bennett says, what is the best game you think will include on the online service? It's any Splatoon 2, Mario Kart, ARMS, Smash Bros, any Nintendo game that uses... yeah, anyways, I think that's very similar to a question from before. So, unless you're talking about the NES games, and again, that's just what NES games do you like. Let me see here. Family emergency. Etika got a girl pregnant one night stand. Did that really happen? I mean, if it did, good luck, Etika. if that happened. I don't know if you're just saying that, if you're just memeing my last time I tried streaming this and I had to dip out for an emergency. Hold on. Getting that text here. All right. Let me see here. And if I haven't shouted out your name, I do apologize. You know, it's hard to shout out everyone. I don't know what names I've repeated at this point. But thank you so much for watching. In fact, I need to for some reason the viewer count's not updated in the stream. That happens sometimes. Let me see if I can get that. There it is. See if I can get that to work. Sometimes you just gotta reboot it. There we go. Does the Switch subscription only include NES games, or does it also have GameCube, 64, etc.? Says Mr. Robot. At launch, it is only going to have 20 NES titles. They said they're going to expand upon that. They have hinted at also bringing SNES titles over. I think it's just a matter of time. Don't expect N64 or GameCube this year. Maybe by the end of next year there could be N64. Maybe by 20 you could look at GameCube. I'm not, I don't want to put words in Nintendo's mouth. They never promised anything other than NES and hints at SNES, but Reggie Fils-Aimé also said that this replaces their Virtual Console. So because Reggie Fils-Aimé said this is basically their new Virtual Console, I would expect at least N64. I want GameCube, but we've never gotten GameCube VC before, so how am I supposed to just say it's going to happen? I don't know. I fully expect anything that's been on Virtual Console before to eventually come to this service. Let's see here. Scrolling down. TCJG Force 128 says, do I believe there's any truth to the 4chan Nintendo directly? Any truth? I mean, it's either all true or it's not true. And then whatever they got right was a guess. So, as I said, I don't believe it, but I want to, and I hope it's right, because that would be one hell of a direct. And the fact that that would be one hell of a direct is why I don't believe it, because it's almost too good to be true. But you never know. Let's see here. Team Squid or Team Octopus? I don't know. I have to. I do need to finish the single player for the DLC. I'm not. I just haven't sat down to really do a deep dive playthrough of the new DLC in Splatoon 2. I have the Zelda posters up to remind me that Zelda ruined my life, and he's sworn sweet revenge. Zelda hasn't ruined my life, man. I'm largely here as a YouTuber because of the Zelda series, so, and all my years spent running Zelda websites. In fact, this blanket back there, I actually want to switch out. It's a sweet blanket, but I actually want to put up like a, I don't know what, a Mario one or a Metroid or something. I just need to get a new blanket to put up there for a curtain. As for the Mario poster in the back, the Breath of the Wild one that came with the thing, and I had nowhere to put it, so it's just sitting there for now. The one on the door isn't even supposed to be on the door. It's like one of those wall clings, and I got it sent to me for free a long time ago, and I just don't have any other wall clings because I don't have money. So, but yeah, I need to get some more variety, especially in the background here. Like, there's a Zelda statue up there. I mean, there's Labo. But you see a lot of the Zelda things really stand out. Yes, there's a lot of Zelda things in my office, because you know why? From this place, this space, I used to run a Zelda website for years. So a lot of the stuff in here is Zelda because I was doing that for like a decade. So only since Nintendo Prime have I started to collect other things. It doesn't mean I didn't play other games, but I wasn't collecting merchandising and posters and things for other games because I was too focused on Zelda. The latest Zelda news, the latest Zelda editorials, Zelda videos, blah, blah, blah. A zillion things about Zelda. So, and Zelda happens to be my favorite franchise, so that's fine. But yeah, like why do I have Zelda statues? I have like 3 or 4 different of those Zelda statues. Why don't I have some of Mario ones or Metroid? Like, I was so focused on Zelda, I never bought extra things, like extra memorabilia things that were not Zelda related. So I do have some stuff in here. It's just not really a lot that's going to overrun the Zelda. Besides the amiibo, you guys can't see it. Well, you can kind of see it. See, I got like a little Bomb art piece back there hanging on the wall. And Labo, you can kind of see it back here. See Labo, the box is hanging on the wall here. But see, then there's another Zelda thing, the Majora's Mask replica. And even like the... Oh, no, never mind. That's not the one. So that's an Animal Crossing box for a new Nintendo 3DS. I used to have the Majora's Mask Collector's Edition one up there, but I took it down because I'm like, so much Zelda in this office, man. So much Zelda. Gonna take a guess that I like Zelda a little bit. It's my favorite franchise, but it's not like, I'm not super, like, even the Dark Link thing. Like, it's so, the Zelda thing, the thing Zelda case. I really need to get some other stuff in here. Even when I look at like my gaming shelf here for a second, like there's a Twilight Princess case thing. There's the soundtrack from Breath of the Wild. There is a Mario controller and a Donkey Kong controller there. But yeah, I mean, I have Octopath Traveler. That's over there. That's gonna. I want to get the pop up, and I mean, I have the pop up book and figure out what I want to do with that. So I mean, slowly over the years, you're going to see less and less Zelda stuff and more other things. Octopath Traveler as an example. There's a poster in there actually, or like a cloth that I'm going to hang somewhere. I don't know yet where I'm going to hang it in my office because I can't do it over here. This is a giant green screen area. You can kind of see part of the green screen like back there that extends to that wall. So that's all green screen. I don't know, maybe I'll put it underneath the shelves. Maybe I'll get rid of, or maybe I'll move that file thing since you don't really need to see a file cabinet in a shot. I can maybe hang it somewhere else, like over here off camera. That's where I keep like tax documents and stuff. And then I can put other posters there that aren't Zelda related, stuff like that. Start to spice it up a bit. Maybe move my Bob-omb art over there, stuff like that. I don't know, but I like Zelda, so what is there to be ashamed of? Let's see here. Horatio Abana says Skyrim or Dark Souls Remastered for Switch. Need and advice to decide which to buy. Thanks. I've never played Dark Souls, at least the first one. I tried out Dark Souls 2 at one point, but I just tried, like spent 5 minutes. That's not enough to really, especially with a series you know nothing about. So I spent a lot of time with Dark Souls, Skyrim on PC, which isn't the exact same experience as you're gonna get on Switch, but it's the same base game, no mods though. Skyrim is fantastic. It's a really great RPG, a really great Western RPG. One of the most popular ones that I think's ever been released. So you can't go wrong with Skyrim, but it's all about what do you prefer? Because like Dark Souls is a very difficult game. I wouldn't classify Skyrim as difficult. It's just good. Whereas like Dark Souls, like especially the first one, very very just very deep and like high difficulty spikes, and it really hits you like right away. So that's all I can really say. So which one would I suggest? I obviously am a bigger Skyrim fan because I own Skyrim, but that doesn't mean that Dark Souls is bad. I'm personally not picking up Dark Souls Remastered because I'm not. It's one of the few games I am taking a stance against it being delayed because it was initially unveiled for Switch. Like, no one even knew this thing existed until the Nintendo Direct that unveiled it. So to have that version delayed while the other versions come out at the same, come out earlier, no. All versions should have been delayed. Yes, I'm saying all versions should be punished waiting for Switch because Switch was the console it was unveiled for. And so because of that, they unveiled it for Switch, and they would have known because they literally delayed it like a month later. They knew at that time if they were close to getting it ready. And if they weren't, then they shouldn't have did an exclusive unveiling in a Nintendo Direct. Should have just been their own, hey, we're also bringing this to Switch later. But they did that. I'm upset that that's the marketing way they chose to do it. So I'm not getting it based on principle. Unless for some reason the only caveat is if we somehow hit our $300 goal on Patreon at patreon.com/Nintendo Prime. At $300 a month, it guarantees I do game reviews. And if that's the one review that is requested that I do that month when it comes out, well, then I'll buy Dark Souls Remastered, and who knows, maybe it'll end up being the greatest decision of my life that other people made for me. But because for game reviews, the one review I promise per month is voted on by all of our patrons. Anyways, the BitBlock's up in here. All right, let me scroll down here. Luke Wombo Combo. Oh, hold on. Go with the Craig over on Twitch said, I think Digital Foundry said that the Tegra X1 can emulate Wii games at higher than 1080p and 60 FPS. Maybe. I don't know. The video was called Super Mario Galaxy at 1080p. Oh, no, yeah, that was talking about, they already have those games running in 1080p out in China on the NVIDIA Shield. Like, that's been known about for a while. Wii games at 1080p and 60 FPS. It's already a thing that's happening on NVIDIA hardware. For some reason, we haven't done it on Switch yet. So, let's see here. Luke Wombo Combo. Luigi's faster than Mario and Wario, but in Super Smash Bros. Mario is much faster than Luigi, and Luigi runs just as fast as Wario. Do you think this should be changed in Ultimate? It doesn't matter to me. I love Smash, but that kind of stuff doesn't matter to me. So, sure, change it if it really bothers people that much. Just like Snake's butt being flat bothered people, or Waluigi not being a playable character bothered people. It's like, sure, I guess fix it if people care about it. I'm not one who does care. So, Grimpachi says, no matter what game it is, what game would you like to play portable the most? No matter what game it is, what game would you like to play portable the most? Oh, so just any game in the world. Kingdom Hearts 3. It's not going to happen, but Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, I guess you can play it on a gaming laptop or something. I don't know. Let's see here. Humanopolis said, I can actually watch an Octopath stream of yours now because I didn't realize how far ahead of you I was, so I won't have anything spoiled watching. Yeah, I mean, I'm not that far. I'm not that deep into the game, like 7 hours in. I'm not that far in. Like, there's so much, and obviously it depends on what character you started with, if you haven't unlocked all 8. So what's a spoiler, what's not a spoiler, etc. Let me see here. Jasmine A says, do you think Nintendo will increase the price of their Switch Online service someday? Not in the lifetime of Switch. I think on their next console, they might bump it. But I don't think they're going to do it during the generation. Now, remember, folks, if you have questions for me, be sure to @Nintendo Prime me, ping me in the chat. So things, highlight for me. Because there's probably some questions I missed in here. Just browsing through. Jasmine A also says, what are the chances of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD being ported to the Switch? I'd say 100% chance that both those games come to Switch. I just don't know when they want to release them. I thought this year might have made some sense, or Skyward Sword HD this year. But, they're going to decide when they want to do it. So pretty much any game that came out on Wii U that has exclusive versions on Wii U from Nintendo, it's coming to Switch eventually. So, let me see here. Thark says, what's my favorite playable character in Octopath Traveler so far? Ophelia. Well, I asked Nintendo about Splatoon 2 hacking if I had contacts at Nintendo, but I don't. I look 40. Thanks. I'm glad that I look like a 40-year-old when I'm only 32. I mean, I didn't shave today. That's the thing. Like, some people said, you would look better if you grew out a beard. Like, yeah, when I grow out a beard, though, I actually look older. Like, way older. The one time in my life I grew out a beard, I was like 27, and people thought I was 50. It's like, I don't want to look old. Older. Like, significantly older than I am. At least 40. It's within 10 years. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Which Tales of games have I played? Well, I played and beat Tales of Symphonia. Hold on. I have to look at the games, the Tales of series here. Let me see. I have tried out Tales of Fantasia. Let's see here. I've tried out Tales of Destiny, I believe I've tried out. I did not try out Tales of Eternia. Let me see here. I have tried Tales of Rebirth, Tales of the Abyss. Tales of Vesperia I've tried out. I think that might be it. I don't know if I played any other ones besides those ones. So those are all the ones I've tried out. And once you try so many and you realize you only like one of them, it's probably just not a series for me, Let's see here. Luke Wambakama says, how about the GameCube games? They remaster the graphics. I mean, that's always a desired way. Like, if you're going to bring back GameCube games, why not just HD them, right? Give it the Twilight Princess, the Wind Waker HD treatment. I just don't think they're going to do it. They might do it for Metroid Prime as like a Metroid Prime Trilogy HD to bring that into HD before Metroid Prime 4 comes out. I could see that. Kind of like... I don't want to say kind of the Bayonetta 1 and 2 because all they do is just port them to Switch. But you know what I mean. It's been so long since we've had a true Metroid Prime main series game that they're going to bring, I think they're going to bring the trilogy over in HD. But I don't know if they're going to do it. Like, there's so many good GameCube games. I don't know if they're going to do that for all of them, though. Thark says, do you think Wii games will be emulated on the Switch one day, knowing that Digital Foundry has shown it's possible with Mario Galaxy on the NVIDIA Shield? Well, NVIDIA is the one who showed it's possible. Digital Foundry just covered it. NVIDIA is the one who made it possible. Do I think they're going to be emulated on Switch one day? Sure. People are either going to hack their Switch and emulate it themselves, or people are, or like Nintendo's going to release them through their online service and make them playable, and they'll tout how, hey, look, they're actually playing at 720p because that's what the handheld plays at. Like, I think it's going to happen someday, is what I'm saying. Justin Marquez, hey, how's it going, man? Welcome. The Slump God UFC 3 for Switch? Sure. Not really big into UFC, but Raynick says, I just picked up the Hylian Shield new 2DS, which came bundled with Link Between Worlds. What are some of your favorite 3DS titles I should check out next? Well, Link Between Worlds is one of them. Favorite 3DS titles? Man, I haven't thought about 3DS in such a long time. I really like Triforce Heroes a lot. I'm probably one of like 10 people in the world that love Triforce Heroes, but I really like Triforce Heroes. Again, another Zelda game. As I said, I was covered in Zelda for a long time, so all the Zelda games, Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, go get them. Let me see. Why am I mean, if you like Pokemon, there's lots of Pokemon games. I didn't like any of the Pokemon games on 3DS, but it doesn't mean that you won't. Super Mario 3D Land's really, really good. I really enjoyed that one. Obviously, Smash is on there if you really want to get it. Although, if you have a Switch, I might just wait for the Switch version. Because it's probably going to be better. Bravely Default, if you like Octopath Traveler. Bravely Default and Bravely the Second. Those are two games that are excellent to play. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon was actually really good, and now they're bringing Luigi's Mansion over as well. Really love the Luigi Mansion series. Hope to see that continued. I mean, Fire Emblem Awakening is my favorite of all the Fire Emblem games. There's a zillion of them they've brought now on 3DS, but that's my favorite of them. I would skip Mario Maker personally. I think it's going to come to Switch anyways. Even though I really liked it on Wii U. I don't know. Like those, I guess that's a nice starter for you, huh? I mean, you can always get Kingdom Hearts 3 Dream Drop Distance as well. I really like that one. But, I mean, it's the only Kingdom Hearts game I think I've ever played. And I liked it so much that I want 1, 2, and 3 on Switch. Let's see here. Hey, True Dog X, welcome to the stream, man. Did I hear Animal Crossing? The bit block comes out of nowhere. Did I hear Animal Crossing? You sure did at one point. Oh, yeah, Animal Crossing New Leaf. Can't forget Animal Crossing New Leaf on 3DS. Get it. It's awesome. Skip the whatever came free with that. What's it called? Happy Home Designer. Skip Happy Home Designer. It's not that great. But Animal Crossing New Leaf is really good. You should pick that up. Let me see here. Joe Kier. Wow. I mean, I'll take this compliment. Joe Kier 4754 says, "What's up, Nate? Just wanted to say I think you had a better E3 coverage than IGN." Man, I disagree with that. But I had more focused coverage. Hey, Dynamic Kirby hit us with another $1.99 super chat and says, "I want 3DS ports on Switch. I need Ocarina of Time HD and Kirby. Majora's Mask HD, please." I'd say Animal Crossing New Leaf HD, but I just want a new Animal Crossing game. Man, yeah. Like it feels weird if you say that I have better coverage than IGN. I mean, maybe for Nintendo specifically, with all of the because I had all the gameplay videos, I had all the live streams, I had all of the impression videos, and I don't know if IGN did all that for all those games. But they're also focused on the entirety of E3, not just Nintendo. And if I had to focus on all of E3, I probably wouldn't have had all that Nintendo stuff either. Ooh, is my stream a little laggy? Looks a little laggy on my end. Not my processor. It's this damn camera. To just get a new, just need to get a new capture card and actually use my real camera back there. And throw this one in the garbage. Maybe it looks better over for you guys than it does on my end. No, it looks laggy on my playback stream too. Go with the Craig on Twitch has a question. It says, what do you think Luigi's Mansion for 3DS will release? I'm hoping they have not announced the date yet because they're porting it to Switch, but that probably won't happen. They're not bringing Luigi's Mansion to Switch. Let me see. I don't has Luigi Mansion 3DS released. I don't know if they've announced a release date yet. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's an official release date yet. Just sometime this year. All right. Two guys from Wisconsin versus an entire corporate media website, right? There's no way that we did better than IGN. I just can't believe that. Maybe you just like the way I do things and my opinions more, but I think IGN did a much better job covering E3 than we did, as they should. They had their own booth. They were doing live streams from E3, playing Nintendo games. I saw it on their stage, playing Nintendo games live from E3. Like, I can't top that. Come on now. IGN had some pretty good coverage. You just had to watch all of it to see it. Oh, did we get another $5? Thark, $5 Australian says there's a certain BitBlock make-believe video Nintendo need to see about Animal Crossing. I'd play the heck out of that, dude. His first Animal Crossing make-believe one that had like the blimps and the hot air balloons or whatever. Like, oh man, that was awesome. Then he did another one about the fishing. Oh man, the BitBlock has some. They should be contacting Josh Thomas right now about ideas for Animal Crossing, because every idea he has put out there, in my opinion, has been gold. Just gold. Let's see here. Thank you, thank you. The BitBlock, how come you're not verified? What do you mean not verified? On Twitter? I think his Twitter account got banned. Someone was saying something. Isaac Clark, please do not talk about politics. I'm just giving you one warning, Isaac. Do not talk about politics. We do not talk about politics. We do not talk about religion on this channel. So please do not talk about it. The Thark, really? Let me head over and make sure that's legit. It is okay. Thark is a $2 Australian donation or super chat to say, do I accept physical donations from the public? I don't. Outside of when I was at E3, I never met anyone who even knew who I was in public. If someone tried to just hand me money in public saying I love what you do, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would accept it. I probably wouldn't. I mean, maybe like when Neil Willis offered to buy lunch or something. Sure, I can accept something like that. But accepting just like people handing me money in public is a little weird thing, especially when I'm not working and I'm not doing anything for entertainment purposes. So it's kind of like one of those, you're just giving me money to give me money while I'm out living my life. That's a little strange, isn't it? Like when people do donations through super chats or like during my live streams, it's because you're enjoying the content, you're being entertained, you like the discussion. Whereas when I'm out with my kids or I'm just out shopping or something, if someone's gonna, hey dude, I want to give you $50, like no, save it and do it during a live stream when I'm doing something that's I feel is actually worth giving money for. Versus I'm just out enjoying my life. It's almost a little bit of harassment, maybe. I don't know. I probably would not mean physical donations. Oh, like people posting you games. You mean like giving me games? I don't know. That's a good question. It's never happened. I can't really answer that question until it happens. And it's never happened. In fact, people in public, I live in Wisconsin. Nobody knows I do this. I could go anywhere I want in Wisconsin. No one has any idea that I'm a YouTuber. Not saying there aren't people from Wisconsin that don't watch my content, but I just don't meet them in real life. So I don't have to worry about that for now. If someone did do it in real life, I don't know how I would react. So, The BitBlock says, have you ever made love to Nintendo music? Personally, I prefer to go down on a lady with a tune of Invincibility Star playing in the background nonstop. Wow. Well, this is a nice friendly reminder. This is a day stream, so we try to keep it a little bit kid-friendly. But no, I've never made love to Nintendo music. Justin Marquez, hey Nate, who's your most wanted? No, wanted Nintendo and third-party rep for Smash. Well, third-party is Banjo-Kazooie. Nintendo-wise, they basically Tingle. Put Tingle in there. I love Tingle. What do I think about Jump Force not coming to Switch? Never played Jump Force. Don't know much about Jump Force. Can't really have an opinion on something that I don't really know much about. Let's see here. Who's your most wanted third-party representative on Super Smash Bros? I already talked about that. Let me see here. Do I think Shovel Knight will be in the next Smash? I don't think so. I don't think they're ready to go indie yet, but I could be wrong. The BitBlock's not verified because he doesn't know how to be verified. You have to, like, verify your YouTube channel? Is that something you're supposed to do? I don't know. I really don't know how verifications work. I didn't even know there was such a thing as verifying a YouTube channel. I don't know. I think someone mentioned at one point you have to have 100,000 subs to get verified. Well, I definitely don't have 100,000 subs, so I can't be verified. Maybe I'll have 100,000 someday. We're almost at 3,500. The July sub goal is actually not up to date there. That says 34360. We're actually up in like 34900 something. So we're almost at 35,000. We're doing pretty good. 100K, that's how you get verified. But BitBlock's over 100K. I don't know. Nate, how would you feel about this Zelda collection? 2 3DS remakes, Wii U remakes, Skyward Sword as a whole collection on Switch? Sure. I don't think that collection goes well together, because that would be basically all of the 3D home console games in one package. I don't think that would work well, especially since, I mean, personally, I'd love it, but I think they could sell those games individually and make way more money. From a business perspective, it's not a good idea. From a consumer perspective, sure. See, Thark, you didn't have to donate unless you were leaving. Because I got to your question eventually. It says, do you accept physical donations like the public sending you games or whatever? Oh, you mean physical donations in general? Based on this question, you worded it better than you did in the super chat. So what you didn't mean like people meeting me in real life. You just meant people sending me physical donations. Yes and no. Yes, in that I don't mind people sending me things. I've had Pokemon card packs sent to me. This copy of Octopath Traveler that was bought by someone. Be Righteous, one of our fans. I don't have there's other things in here that are like from fans too, like that Majora's Mask back there. That was sent to me by a fan. Well, it's the person who made it like years ago, like a decade ago. So I do, but I don't, because I don't have a P.O. box, right? So like when Octopath Traveler was sent to me, it was really just ordered at Best Buy, and then it was a pickup. So I had to go to Best Buy to pick it up. You didn't have to send it to my address. So because I don't have a P.O. box currently right now, I don't really accept physical donations, letters, games, or whatever people want to send me, amiibos or whatever, hand drawings, Perler art, Perler Read art. Like, I just don't have a inbox for that. So eventually, once I am more, I guess, financially stable, I plan to get a P.O. box. And then once I have a P.O. box, it's going to be wide open. People can send me whatever they want. Letters, games. I don't know why they want to send me games, but they could send me games if they really want. If it's a game I already have or a game I'm not going to play, I might send the game back or ask if they're okay if I just give it away. In a giveaway or whatever, but because I know like C&D, he doesn't accept games from people. I don't really care if people send me games; it's fine. You danced to Just Dance, and then joke here. You gave me $5 for super chat. Said you dancing to Just Dance. That was a bucket list item. I needed to do it because I don't know how much longer the Just Dance series was going to be around, let alone popular enough for Ubisoft to have it at E3 and do a dancing thing. So I'm like, I'm at E3. I didn't do it last time. I'm doing it this time. I'm dancing, even though I was in pain, because I was pre-surgery. I was in a lot of pain. I didn't care. I needed to dance, so I did it. I got up on stage. The moment they asked, I'm like, yeah, I'm in. And I got a little water bottle for it, too, back here. Haven't used it yet. But yeah, I got a little Just Dance water thing for it, so. And the Ninjala cover was just great. Yeah, dude, Ninjala was a surprise for me. I didn't realize I was going to like it as much as I did, or there would be as big as a big part of my my coverage as it was. But yeah, dude, Just Dance is awesome. I'm so glad that I played obviously Just Dance, Ninjala. I'm so glad that I actually took the chance to play Ninjala, and then ended up liking it so much I played it again and again and again. That Ninjala shirt I was wearing the other stream, and I have all the pins. I have the Ninjala bat somewhere, although it's a blow-up bat. I think my kids destroyed it because, you know, it's what kids do. Digital. Okay, got all that. The original says, do you think Smash Ultimate will dethrone Brawl as the best-selling fighting game ever? Maybe. I mean, you got to remember there was 100 million install base. I'm going to just go with a maybe. It could. Because it's got that appeal of every character's in it, so every person who's ever played Smash Bros. Probably has something to enjoy. I wish it had every single stage, too. Like, if you're going to call it Ultimate, it can't just be the characters. It's got to have all the stages. And it's not going to have all the stages. It's got to have all the modes. It's not going to have all the modes. So it's not really like an Ultimate version of Smash because it's just the characters. It doesn't have all the other things in Smash that made Smash awesome over the years. So, I don't know. We'll see. It's a wait-and-see approach. I got to have the game in my hands before I can really talk about if I think it's going to sell like the best Smash Bros. Ever. Or the best fighting game ever, as you called it. Let me see here. Joe Schmo asked if I was Democrat or Republican. Here's the deal, folks. We do not talk about politics or religion on this channel, so I am not going to answer that question. Let's see here. You've only played Dream Drop Distance. Good Lord, I feel bad for you with the story being likely confusing as hell. Dude, yeah, I just the idea of Final Fantasy mashed with Disney just really, like, Disney anything just makes my heart sing. But I don't know. I don't even think I beat Dream Drop Distance. I only played it. But yeah. New Leaf was the best. New Leaf's great. Link's Awakening remake would be great. Oh, Link's Awakening brought into HD. You're playing Wario Land Shake It? Nice. Let's see here. Feel hardcore. Y'all, hey, why y'all, right? Over on Twitch says, hey, can I play with you? I'm not playing any games right now. And then he put up a Dorito and 2 frogs for some reason. Can I add you? What is your friend code? I do not hand out my friend codes unless I am playing games that involve you needing to friend me to come play them with me. So I am not handing out friend codes right now. But yeah, in the future when I play a game that involves a friend code, sure. Mark Greenberg's almost defeated. I just noticed. Our current stream boss in the bottom left corner is almost down for the count. Let's see here. Let me see here. Humanopolis said, I'd offer to buy you a drink if I ever saw you out in public. Yeah, if we're in a situation that's appropriate to have a drink. Like if I'm with my kids, not appropriate. If it's the middle of the day, unless I'm in a setting, like at a bar or something like that, like I'm in a volleyball tournament or something, not really appropriate. You can offer to, get me a drink that night or something. But yeah, I try to save my drinks for like after the kids are in bed, or when I'm not around them because it's just. I don't want my kids thinking that, like, they can drink and they can party when they're older, too. It doesn't bother me. But I want them to learn how to do it responsibly and at the right time of their life. I didn't start doing it until I was 21. If my kids can hold off till then, I think I've done well as a parent in terms of at least their moral compass of waiting till you legally can do it and waiting until everything's on you and you're fully responsible for yourself. And not having, like, anything you do falls back on your parents kind of thing. Like, if you're drinking when you're 18, yeah, you get punished, but I'm the one that ultimately has to deal with it because you're not of age. It's just, you know what I mean? Now, I've never gotten in trouble for drinking. I've never had a DUI or anything like that. So, again, teaching my kids to do it responsibly. Let me see here. Red Chaos says, today's a great day to be a gamer. I just pre-ordered Fallout 76, Kingdom Hearts 3, including Mega Man 11, Amiibo Edition, Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, and Super Mario Party. Nice, man. That's a lot of good stuff. JH says, what are the odds of a new Zelda game of any kind within the next year? Released within the next year? I don't think there's any chance. I think a chance of a Zelda remake, like Skyward Sword, or like a port of Twilight Princess and The Wind Waker HD for next year for sure. And then my prediction is a new Zelda game drops in 2020. It's probably a wishful prediction, but I think 2020 is when we'll see a brand new Zelda game of some type. I can't show that comment, Mad Lab. Remember, during our day streams, we don't allow swearing. We keep everything, I don't want to say PG, more like PG-13. Let's see here. Can we agree that Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time? Well, for me, I think Majora's Mask is better than Ocarina of Time. But I think most of the Zelda series is better than Ocarina of Time. Controversial opinion, I know. Ocarina of Time is still a really good game. But is the SWIP? Chrissy7 says, is the Switch warping issue still prevalent? Yes. Well, I guess it depends on what you mean by prevalent. Like, how serious is it? My Switch hasn't warped. My Switch did crack. That's why I replaced the backplate. But my Switch hasn't warped. Some other people's Switches have warped. It's probably less than 10% of Switches out in the wild have warped. But it's still an issue. 10% is still a stupidly high number. 1 out of every 10 people that buys a Switch is going to have it crack or warp or both. I mean, that's crazy. But it's a heat issue. It's probably more of a plastic issue than a heat issue in that they're not using the right grade of plastic for the type of heat that can be generated by the Switch. That's my opinion. Some Switches are just warped when you buy them. Like, they were warped at the factory. It's not a heat issue. That's just bad manufacturing. Not good enough quality insurance, I guess. But, yeah, it's still an issue. It's going to be an issue. Probably until the next, like a Switch Pro or something comes out and they redesign it a little bit. But yeah, it's ultimately not like the warping issue isn't something I worry about so much. Now the cracking issue, I worry about that a little bit, but I don't think warping is a huge deal in my opinion anyways. Let's see here. Where was I? I think I lost my spot. Let's see here. What do you think the future of Smash Bros is? Well, Sakurai recently said that don't expect every character in Smash Bros. Ever again. So if there is a new Smash Bros. Game after Ultimate, there's not going to be the full roster again because he's not going to do that again. He doesn't think it needs to be done again. Or if it is done again, we're talking 20 years from now. Like, it's going to be a long time before they think they need to bring the whole roster together. So yeah, I guess it's just one of those. There's going to be another one. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but there's going to be another one. It's too popular of a series just to like stop making it. It's also, for me at least, like prime example to Nintendo that like you don't need to wait for a new idea for F-Zero. Like, Smash is the same kind of game every time. Why does F-Zero need to be different? RedKS says, also Smash Bros. Ultimate with the Ridley amiibo. I know that you play Smash Bros. For fun, but is there any new character that would be fun for you? Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie. Anytime someone mentions new character, it's always just going to be Banjo-Kazooie. There's no point in asking me. It's always going to be Banjo-Kazooie. Let me see here. Everybody knows you're a libertarian. What? Man, you guys, stop with the political talk. I'm serious. I'm going to start handing out like 300-second timeouts here if people keep bringing up politics. Let's see here. Oh, you know what's funny? This is the Pokeball I got from playing Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee at E3. It's actually pretty close to the size of the actual like controller. Like, very close. It's slightly smaller. Slightly. And obviously it doesn't have the raised stick, but like it's pretty close. Very interesting that they gave us like stress balls. You know, you kind of need stress balls after waiting 4.5 hours to play 5 minutes of a game. Kind of need to let your stress out. Try not to let my kids play with this because they will wreck this in like a day, and I think it's kind of cool. Blank Avatar 2 dude is up here. Pokemon Let's Go is anti-consumer. It's probably one of the most pro-consumer games they've made in the Pokemon series in a while. It can be argued it's anti-Pokemon fan, but it's very much pro or anti-hardcore Pokemon fan, but it's very much pro Pokemon Go player. And Pokemon Go players make up a larger community. Doesn't mean they're going to pick up a Switch for it, but I'm just saying that it's definitely anti-consumer. Anti-consumer means something entirely different. Making Mew exclusive to the Pokeball accessory is wrong. Yeah, I think it's wrong. Just I don't like anything you can't get in the game. So like I'm gonna end up having Mew because I'm gonna buy the Pokeball accessory anyways, but I'm not buying it for Mew. So it's just I wish that they would have kept Mew as something you can catch in the game, or even an event Pokemon that the event is like free to go to kind of thing. I don't know. I hate the idea that there's even event Pokemon. Like everything should be attainable in the games. I don't think you should have to do anything or spend any extra money to get Pokemon, but they disagree, obviously. So, will I be streaming tonight? No. This is my stream. I mean, technically we'll be streaming our podcast for $10 and up Patreon backers. So that's going to happen. But you have to be a $10 and up Patreon backer to see that stream. So, let's see here. Is anyone kind of hyped for Anthem? I think Anthem is looking good. Looks. I thought it looked good when they unveiled it, and it looked good when they showed more of it. And apparently, everyone who got to go hands on with it wasn't me. Said that it's a lot better than people realize. So, Joe Schmo wants to know what's the next video I'll make. Well, I have 4 videos in the works. Not sure when they'll all be done. And then there's obviously news videos, which the next video I put out will probably be a news video. And I can't tell you what the news is because I haven't gathered it yet. But, yep, so probably something news related. Like this stream's going to probably be ending soon anyways. Once I hit about probably 13 minutes from now or so, about an hour and a half, then I get straight to work on some videos, some standalone videos for you guys. I'm going to tackle Secret of Mana on the SNES Classic Edition for the first time ever. What are your advice for a first-timer like me in the game? You don't need advice. Just have fun. I don't want to, like, it's an RPG, an action-adventure RPG. Just have fun. The game will explain everything you need to know. Just enjoy. It's a great game. I don't think I need to give any advice for that. Just pray my Switch can last until the Switch XL or whatever. You have analog stick drifting. I just had analog, my Joy-Cons right here. I just had some left stick drift the other day playing Splatoon. First time I've had it happen, and these are my launch Joy-Cons. But we'll see. I haven't had it happen since. And I haven't recalibrated yet or updated my Joy-Cons in a while, so we'll see if that fixes it too. Mr. Snappy Paw says, so Call of Duty Black Ops 4 just got confirmed by Blizzard pre-order website where it says product availability and devices may change. That doesn't mean that it's coming to anything. It doesn't mean it's coming to Switch. It could come to Switch, but that doesn't mean it's coming to Switch. So, think Smash Bros. Ultimate will be like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Okay. Do you think Switch is going to get any Call of Duty games? I want it to, but I don't know that it's going to get them. Let's see here. You missed my comment at 2:52 Eastern Time. Did you ping my name? I haven't missed any comments that ping my name. Yeah, what's up? Okay. Yep. Game Explain says Spyro has been leaked for Switch. Well, that's obviously the video I'd be working on next. Let me double check though. Usually don't get leaks like this, so I'd really have to double check on that. Did Nintendo will release Nintendo 64 Classic? If so, when would that be more likely to happen? Next year. All right, well, I'm going to go double check on that news and start working on my next video, and I got to go check on my kiddos that are now downstairs in the playroom. But thank everyone for coming in. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A stream. Thanks for all of the support. Let me give a shout out to all of our super chats today. I don't think we had any donations. I will double check PayPal, but I'm pretty sure we didn't have any donations. It was just super chats. But I want to give a shout out to everyone who did super chat. So I want to thank Dynamic Kirby for his $1.99, then Thark for $5, Chelsea for $5, Dynamic Kirby for another $2, Thark for $5, Thark for $2, Thark for $2, Joke here for $5, Dynamic Kirby for $2. Thank you guys so much. Got a grand total of $25.06 in total USD in super chats. Awesome. I appreciate all of that. And I will catch you guys next time. I don't know when the next stream is going to be. I'm still not back on a regular streaming schedule yet, because normally my next live stream would be on Friday, but which is tomorrow. But I don't know, Friday night. But I have no idea. I hopefully will be back to a regular streaming schedule as of next week. All right, peace.